So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that I absolutely love and 5 things that I absolutely hate about my brand new Ford Ranger. Now, I bought this 12 months ago, pretty much on the couple of weeks when this video comes out, it'll be a couple of weeks of 12 months of ownership. So this video is going to show you 5 things that I love and hate about the Ford Ranger Next Gen. If you're going to buy one, it's a great video to watch to talk about how you got to mod it and if you got to do certain things to it. There might be a few things you hate that you might not have picked up on the test drive, but 12 months of ownership and 24,000 kilometers on the clock, a couple of big trips. I've got a pretty good idea of what's good and bad about this car. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So 12 months of giveaways. The last month's winner will be on the top of the screen here. My email address will be on the bottom of the screen. You have won yourself a $200 Ampol fuel card. Now hit me up with an email. We'll do a few confirmations and make sure you're you. And yeah, we'll get that $200 gift card sent out to you. Now, the next winner for March is another $200 gift card to give away. So far, we're 3 months in. I've given $600 out of my own money to you guys. So I really do hope you appreciate these videos and enjoy them. So as always, like and subscribe. Now, to win this one, there'll be a code word that pops up on the video. Keep an eye out for that and put the code word into a comment and you're in the winning to win that $200 voucher. So what I've actually thought about is giving you guys the opportunity to choose what you want as a $200 gift voucher. So you might be in the market for a new roof rack. You might be in the market for some new tires or even some new rims or even a snorkel or something like that. If the company that you're working with or you want to buy something off does gift cards, I'll give you a $200 gift card towards that purchase. So theoretically, you're going to get $200 off your purchase no matter what you buy. So as I said, keep an eye out for the code word in the video. It's a great prize, $200 gift card of your choice to wherever you want. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be car related. You can get whatever you want for your $200. So as I said, keep an eye out for that. There's a code word that's going to come up in there. You got to be liked, subscribed, and all that kind of stuff to be in the video to win it. And as I said, drop that comment down below. You're in the competition, and the winner will be drawn in the April video. So good luck, guys. All right, so how I'm going to do this video is pretty simple. I'm going to go 5 things I love, 5 things I hate at the same time. So first things first, let's go into the thing that I love, is the ride of this car. So the standard suspension, especially put a little bit of weight over the rear, it drives like a dream. It's real smooth. Even from factory, it drove fantastic. But obviously, like most Leaf cars, and they haven't got any weight on the back, they get a bit jittery and they sort of bounce around a bit. But they're very, very compliant on the road. I mean, we did, what, 4,000 Ks up to Exmouth. Didn't even feel tired when I was getting out of the car after those big sort of 900K stints. The standard suspension of this car is absolutely fantastic. Now, four-wheel drive industries are going to say you need to do this, you need to do that to go off-road and all the rest of it. Now, I am looking at upgrading the suspension because I've got a little bit too much weight on the back for the factory Leafs and it's sagging a little bit. So I do want to do something about that. But my one thing that I need to keep is that factory ride. So I'm looking at sort of remote resi type setups, but that are adjustable so I can keep that factory ride because it just drives like a dream. But yeah, talk about the thing I hate is that rear leaf pack. Now, these are designed to carry 3.5 ton on the back, and obviously they've got I think it's about 900 kilo payload. If you do both those things, those rear leafs are literally going to be bending the wrong way. Now, I've got about 250 kilos in the back, and once I put the camper trailer on top of that, those rear leafs are flat, so there's not much left in it. So the rear leafs are pretty, like most cars from factory, pretty basic. So yeah, it's one of those things you sort of got to deal with. Upgrade. You can actually upgrade the rear suspension and keep the factory lift, so factory height with an upgraded spring. But I'm just going to go for the full kit. So eventually I'll just obviously upgrade the suspension sometime this year. But yeah, just from factory, there ain't no way you're putting 3.5 ton on the back and putting a full car of people in this and expecting those rear leafs to handle the job. Like anything, it's down to a price. So absolutely love the suspension. Fantastic ride, super comfortable, plush. It drives fantastic on the highway. But obviously, the downside of that is the rear suspension's a little bit soft if you're going to start modding and off-roading and that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. Now, one thing I do love about this car is the interior. So I think they've just absolutely nailed the way this car looks inside. It's very ergonomic. Everything's where you need it to be. The screen, the 10-inch screen that's in the middle here works perfectly. Apple CarPlay integrates absolutely fantastic. You've got full screen maps. The digital display is fantastic. I've used it in all different weather conditions, all different sunlight, and I don't really notice any kind of glare and that kind of stuff that comes off that screen. Integrated tow controller, all that kind of stuff. You don't have to go buy like a separated red arc or a aftermarket kit to make your trailer and that kind of thing. And obviously, being an integrated trailer controller, you have all the cool things that the trailer controller, you've got it built into the screen. You've got it built into your drive mode. You've got trailer check, so it turns all your lights on and that kind of thing. So you don't have to sit there and turn the indicators on and that kind of stuff. They've really thought about who's going to use this car. Obviously, most people are going to, you get the V6 to tow, get the 2 litre to you be a sort of weekend warrior or whatever you're going to do. But yeah, I just think they really nailed the interior of this car. There's cool little mods you can do, like the steady dash. There's like a dash replacement piece that goes on here that you can put buttons and that kind of stuff in. Because obviously the Raptor comes with the switches that come on the top. But you can get the dash that Steady do for about $129, and there's a full kit that you can put buttons in. So if you put a front locker in, light bars, all that kind of stuff, you can obviously have them all up here, which is pretty cool. And as I said, the leather seats, everything's just comfortable, everything just works. There's no creaks and moans. 24,000 k's in, there's nothing that's creaking and moaning in here. One thing I do hate is the damn bongs. Come out of this car. So you're driving up, and the warnings that come on the screen. I'll go warnings and bongs for the thing I hate. You put in neutral, open the door, and put the park brake on, it'll bong at you. You open the door to start the car up, it's going to bong at you. If you do anything in the car it thinks you're going to go in danger, it'll start bonging at you. And the seatbelt alarm. So if you've got something sitting on the side seat, the seatbelt alarm will come up and it'll start bonging at you. So there's the bongs and the alarms that come up on this screen are really intrusive and really annoying. But it's just part of obviously new cars and obviously safety. But it can be definitely a pain in the butt. But you sort of do get used to it, and you're going to have that bonging Ford noise in your nightmares when you go to sleep. But they're a very lovely place to be. The bongs and the warnings are pretty annoying, but that doesn't outweigh the fact that this place is such a lovely place to be in. This is 10 years ahead of anything in the competition. Hiluxes, BT50s, D-Maxes, anything like that. This is years ahead interior. I do drive a Hilux for a daily driver, and getting in that just feels like I've gone back 10 years. It is chalk and cheese difference. So do really love the interior of these cars, and 24,000 k's in, no issues. Yeah, really happy with it. Number 3, one thing I do love, whoever thought about this at Ford, man, you killed it. This step, I didn't ever thought I was going to use it, but it is one of the best things. It takes a full body weight of a person. It is very strong because it's actually built into the tub. This is the best thing ever. It really is. If you want to get to something on your roof rack, so you haven't got a rooftop tent on here, you can get up here, jump up there, whatever you need to do. It just makes everything so much easier. And I know the Raptor hasn't got this, but anything from your XLS, XLT, Sport, Wild Tracker will have this this step. Absolutely killed it. So whoever thought about that, awesome. If you haven't got a tub or canopy on the back, you can use that obviously to lean over and get stuff in the back, which is a massive bugbear of every dual cab owner that's on the planet. Is getting stuff out of the back is absolutely pain in the ass. But if you've got this here, it makes it so much easier. I use it generally to sort of stand up here and do stuff with my rooftop tent. So if I'm doing stuff on top of the tent, it just makes it easier. I don't have to stand on the tire. It's best thing they ever did. Absolutely best thing. So yeah, whoever thought about that at Ford, good on you. Now, one thing and this is a dual cab thing, but this has happened on this car, my Triton, and also my Hilux that I drive for a daily, is whoever at these companies, if you can work out a way to have a tub that doesn't let dust in, just that single thing alone will sell your car more than any other car on the market. So if you're driving down a dusty road, you're going to get dust in the tub, you're going to get dust in the canopy and all that kind of stuff, and it's a pain in the butt because it gets everywhere. Now I've got the Grunt 4x4 kit, which does a really good job. Not sponsored, I ended up buying this. It was about $200. Does an absolutely epic job of keeping the dust out, but you shouldn't have to buy these things, right? So yeah, any dual cab ute, any Ford Ranger, BT50, Hilux, whatever, dust in the tub is one of my biggest bugbears. So they killed it on the steps, but whoever didn't think about putting a seal, and it's not much of a seal kit, it literally just goes around and obviously stops dust getting in, obviously. But yeah, it's not much of a kit, but it does such a big difference. So Ford, next time you're in the R&D section, if you're watching this video, put some dust seals on your tub. Your customers will absolutely love it. Now, as you can see, I got a canopy on my car, but from factory. It was just a tub, sports bar, that kind of thing. What I do like about Ford, and they've obviously teamed up with ARB for all the accessories and that kind of stuff. There are so many cool things they can do to these cars as an accessory, and you can put compressors behind, the skins of the tub. You can put compressor points down here. You can get inbuilt lights. You can get lights that go into the back section there. Yeah, the accessories you can buy for this car from factory are pretty crazy because they've teamed up obviously with ARB. As you can see on my car, I've essentially modified it, which is pretty standard on any tub. You can do this on any car. It's not just specifics to the Ford. But I do love the fact that it's a pretty well appointed setup. And even like all these sort of they thought about everything. Like they know they're going to run fridges and that kind of stuff here, so they've made a little bit big section there that you can run a Anderson plug to, or you can run a 6mm cable down to your fridge and that kind of stuff. And companies obviously realize that, so like Pirate Camco and all that kind of thing, they make these panel switches and that kind of stuff. It's one of the awesome things about this car is the aftermarket support is crazy. I kind of just wish from factory they give you a bit more into the tub than a couple of tie down points and 2 lights. Like the lights in there are pretty cool, but again, it's one of those things that only work when you turn like the ignition on and like turn the zone lighting and that kind of stuff on. So you can't just like run into a switch, which is kind of annoying. So they work when like you open your car, but they don't really work when you're camping. So obviously that's why I put the lighting in there. But they're a good feature, but they're like kind of not suited to like what most people are going to use the tub for, which is around camping if you're going to use it for that. But yeah, the aftermarket support is crazy. Do love the fact about this car. It's one of the things I love about this car in general. There's so many things you can do to it. And Ford has absolutely thought about every single little place that you can put stuff. Like even in the engine bay, they've got like spots in there that are pre-ready to put like a compressor mount or a secondary battery. Or in the tub here, you've got like places where you can put like an ARB twin compressor. Like there's just so much thought being put out that they know this car is going to get modified by people. And they know people are going to go nuts. It's one of the definitely things that drew me towards a Ford when we're looking at new cars. So, looking at BT50s, D-Maxes, Fords. Didn't look at the Hilux because I drive one of those for a daily and I did want to go another Hilux. But all those cars, and one of the reasons that, I went this way was just the amount of aftermarket support for this car is crazy. Talking about the tubs, what they do need to do is in the back here, put this on a strut from factory. There is no reason why you should be adding a strut, strut kit. I've got the Max Liner strut kit on mine, but there's no reason why this soft close should be a factory option. So they've worked out how to make it really light to pick up, but I just kind of wish this was from factory. So as I said, bugbear, the tub in most new dual cab utes is a bit of an afterthought. They put a couple of tie down points in there. They got a couple of lights, and that's about it. And obviously, in my previous one thing I don't like is the dust. So yeah, food for thought, Ford. If you can do some things around the tub to make it a little bit more easier for guys that are going to modify and accessorize these things, you're going to sell a bucket load more models. Now, guys, that's the end of the video. And look, I hope you liked it. 5 things I love about this car, 5 things I hate. I think I've been pretty thorough with how I sort of look to things that annoy you on a daily basis and sort of explain those in the video. But as I said, they're a great car to deal with on a daily basis. There's a few things that any car is going to give you niggles with, but I really do think Ford has hit the nail on the head. And it kind of comes back to they're the best-selling car at the moment. So these are going out of the dealerships in droves, right? So they've obviously done something right, and people understand that they're way ahead of everyone else in the market. And I think they've absolutely nailed it. So I said, do a few small things to it, put a canopy on there, put some wider track, put some bigger tires, and it looks fantastic. And it's just a great car to deal with on a daily-day basis. The 10-speed gearbox is fantastic. I've never had an issue with it. And look, I do love the car. It's absolutely fantastic. So it's a great car to deal with. And yeah, I'm really, really happy with my purchase. So 12 months in, yeah, do I regret it? Hell no. It's a great car. The next steps with this car is obviously 12 months in. I want to do some suspension work. Put some, I don't want to go like a crazy lift. I'll probably go like a 35 or maybe a 40mm lift just to sort of bring it up a little bit. And, get you a little bit more flex at the front, a little bit more flex at the rear. Put some springs in the back there that are going to handle that extra load. And, just tour with it. So, as I said, that's my 5 things I love, 5 things I absolutely hate about this car. If you're at this point in the video, you should already know there's a code word that's popped up, and you should be putting your comment down below to get in the competition to win it. But yeah, good luck, guys, with the competition. And as always, if I don't see you out here in the tracks and trails, I might see you in the next video. If I don't see you in the next video, I shall see you later. Have a great Sunday, guys. Enjoy.